gonna unfortunately land on a Bowser space. Alright, what's it gonna be? 20 coins for Bowser. So overall, I only was able to gain 1 coin overall, I do believe. At least if I'm doing my math right. Well, actually, maybe I lost 4 overall now that I think about it right here. Because I think I had 10 coins at the start of my roll right here on this turn. And I'm currently at 6 right here. So I think what I'm saying there is true. But anyways, let's see what Waluigi can do as he tries to swim away. Looks like he's safe. Alright, 1 versus 3, and it's gonna be hide and seek. Alright, with Wario and Waluigi, Italians against the dinosaur. Alright, let's see what happens. So I'm gonna start by hiding in the bush. Alright, Yoshi picks the house first, and that was where Waluigi was hiding at. Okay, now I'm gonna try the log. Alright, Yoshi picks the rock, and nobody was hiding there. Alright, so as long as me and Wario split up right here in this last round, then it will guarantee us a win. I'm trying the bush. Ah, Yoshi's picking that. That's where I was at. But thankfully Wario was hiding in the log, so we still win. Okay, a 3 for Yoshi. Oh boy, he's going for a magic lamp. So that will very much help him out later. Alright, 3 for Wario. Thankfully he's 3 coins short of having enough to steal away a star. Oh, he's still stealing away some of my coins. You gotta be kidding me. And of course he gets all 16 for what I had. Nothing much I could do about it right there. But it is what it is. And he just landed on a Bowser space. It's 15 coins for Bowser. Alright, heading to me. Alright, we got an 8. We don't have any coins to put in the bank right now. Okay, so I will head to the left. We're gonna land on this happening space right here. Alright, let's try to swim away. Okay, we're safe. Alright, a 7 for Waluigi. I was choosing to go to the right. Going at the blue button. That was the wrong one. So now Waluigi has to go in the opposite direction. Alright, 1 versus 3 is going to be Thwomp Hole. And for this one, I'm with Yoshi and Waluigi. Alright, let's go. Got it! Yeah, I had a feeling Yoshi was gonna bring out his magic lamp right there. So now that will help him get on the board here with this star. Alright, where's that next star gonna be? Oh, it's right there! We're not that far away from it, so I think we'll have a pretty decent shot at it. Alright, 7 for Yoshi. But, according to what I'm seeing, I actually don't have enough money for the star right now, so we gotta try to hope that we can possibly get lucky here, but we'll have to find out. But anyways, let's try to swim away again, and we're safe. Alright, 4 for Wario. Looks like he's gonna be getting all the money in the bank. He managed to get 20 coins from that. Alright, it's an 8, but that is unfortunately too much right there, as I don't have enough money for the star. Alright, let's go up. Alright, now we gotta pick one of those buttons. And this time I will pick the blue button. Okay, we're safe. Alright, 3 for Waluigi. And he's landing on a Bowser space. It's a Bowser suit giveaway. That's going to be a free item for Waluigi. Alright, 2 versus 2. Slot Cinch. And I'm going to be with Wario for this one. Alright, here we go. I'm doing pretty good so far. Oh, shoot! That time we ended up with a baby Bowser. That's going to cause us to lose a point. Oh! Yoshi and Waluigi beat us by 1! If only we didn't mess up at that one point where we got that baby Bowser, we would have had that win! Son of a biscuit! Alright, 7 for Yoshi. Looks like he's going to be getting that star. That puts him up to 2. So, the next star is going to be over there. But it's in the area where we do need a skeleton key. But I do have a reverse mushroom, so maybe that could still possibly help me out in getting to it without the use of the skeleton key. And Yoshi just picked the wrong button, so he has to go in the opposite direction compared to where he wanted to go. Alright, 5 for Wario. He's landing on a happening space. Let's see if he can try to swim away here. No! Couldn't quite do that. Alright, we're gonna get a 4. Alright, a 9 for Waluigi. Alright, it's time to do a 4-player minigame. Oh, picture in perfect! This is certainly a fun one. Alright, we're doing Mario's face. Let's do it. Oh, I think we have a chance at the perfect score, but let's see if we can do it. Nope. I think it still looks pretty good right there for us. Yes, it does. We're going to win with 43 points. Alright, Yoshi gets a 7. Oh, a 10 for Wario. Alright, Wario's answering the question. He gets 2 items. Dueling Glove and a Magic Lamp. Those both sound pretty helpful to him. Alright, we're gonna get a 7 right there. Alright. Let's see. We could go for an item on the right, so we'll go over there. Alright, we're answering the question. If you saw 50 coins lying in the road, what would you do? I would leave them there. And we get a rare item, alright. Oh, it's the Wacky Watch, okay. So, I could use it in 2 different ways here. I could use it to very quickly go into the last 5 turns right here. Or if I'm a little bit worried that I may we need some additional time to try to pull ahead into the lead, I could just basically use that to gain some additional turns. We'll have to see what happens with that later on. But anyways, Pipe Cleaners is the next minigame we're going to play. So I'm going to love this one. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh shoot! I accidentally swung the wrong way there in the end. That was my fault. But thankfully we still win with 23 points. Alright, looks like we're on the last 5 turns right here, right after I just got that Wacky Watch not that long ago, so it's kind of interesting. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out our current standings. Alright, so right now Waluigi's in first place, I'm in second, Yoshi's in third, and Wario's in last. Okay. And the Millennium Star is going to predict Wario to win. And like always, for the rest of the game, all blue and all red spaces are now going to be worth double their normal amount of coins, 6 apiece. And we'll have a duel of 2 players land on the same space. Anyways, let's get underway with the last 5 turns right now and see what happens. Alright, 10 for Yoshi. Wario's gonna bring out the magic lamp here. Oh boy. So that's his second star that he's now getting. So this is looking very intense right now, as everybody currently has 2 stars. So it looks like the next one's going to be right over there. And it's a 5 for Wario. And he also loses some coins on the red space. Alright, we're gonna get a 2. Oh boy, we landed on a happening space. It's not what I wanted to see right here from where I was on the board. Alright, 6 for Waluigi. Oh, he's stealing away a star. No! Why would you take one from me when I'm not in first? That is so terrible. Oh boy, now we really have some catching up to do. It's still kind of a good thing that I do have a wacky watch in case if I do need to use it later, but we'll see. Alright, Hyper Hydrants is the next minigame we're going to play. I'm pairing up with Wario. And thankfully I am in control of the hose right here, which I do rather prefer compared to the pump. Oh! We actually won that one! That was nice. I usually am not all that great at this minigame, but I'm glad I was actually able to do very decent on it this time. Alright, we have 4 more turns left right now, and it's going to be a 4 for Yoshi. Now Wario's going to bring out his dueling glove. He's going to challenge Waluigi, and they're wagering 13 coins each. They're going to play Motor Ruder. And it looks like Waluigi wins it. Wario gets the 3 right there. And we're going to get a 9. Alright, so Waluigi's going to bring out his Bowser suit. Alright, 2. He was not able to get to anyone right there with that Bowser suit, so he pretty much wasted it. Oh, looks like Waluigi gets all the skeleton keys he can carry after that question that he answered. Okay, so we're doing a 4-player minigame here, and it's going to be Parasol Plummet. Oh, jeez. That was not good. Ow! God, that hammer got me so good. Alright, looks like we're gonna end up with 12 coins. It's not that bad right there, but could have done better. Alright, now we have 3 turns left. And it's gonna be a 6 for Yoshi. He loses some coins on the red space. Alright, 2 for Wario. I picked the green button, but that was wrong. So he has to go in the opposite direction compared to where he picked. Alright, 5. Okay. Let's see here. Trying to think of where I do want to go. From what I'm seeing, I think it's better if I go left. Alright, now challenging Yoshi to a duel since we're on the same space as him. But, how much do I want to put at risk here? Let's just do 10. I'll play foul play. Alright, let's go after that chicken. Where are you? Oh, I see him. Come on. Oh, where'd you go? Come on. Well, don't you dare get away. Oh boy, we only have 20 seconds left. Oh, shoot. Yoshi got the chicken first. But at least he didn't wager a whole lot of money right here, so couldn't worse. But we're unfortunately going to lose some more coins on the red space as well. Alright, Waluigi's getting rid of one of his skeleton keys. And it's going to be a 5. Now Waluigi's going to be getting this star. That's going to put him further ahead with 4 stars for what he's up to. Alright, now the next star's going to be right over there past that item shop. Alright, just going to use that skeleton key to open up the gate. Alright, it's time for a 2 vs 2 minigame, and we're playing Eats a Pizza. I'm with Yoshi on this one. Alright, here we go. Alright, I think we got this right here. Yes, we do! Well, certainly a really good performance there. Alright, now we have 2 more turns left to go, and it's an 8 for Yoshi. Oh boy, he's going for a magic lamp here. Alright, 4 for Wario. Okay, before I make my move here, I want to check the map. Okay. What I'm probably thinking I should do is I'm going to use my Poison Mushroom, and I'm going to use that on Waluigi. It's only a 1. We're still gonna get to the item shop no matter what we got. Okay. And I will take a Boo Bell. It's only a 1 for Waluigi right there. Now it's on to a 4-player mini game. Curtain Call. Alright, let's pay close attention to where everybody's at. Who is the second person from the right? I'm going Boo. That's correct! Alright, now on to round 2. Who is the 5th person from the right? Thinking it's Koopa. And that is correct. Alright, final round. Who is the 6th person from the right? I think it's Koopa again? And that is right! So Waluigi was the only one that got that last one wrong. So, me, Wario, and Yoshi all get that win. Alright, we're on the last turn right here, but I do have a wacky wash I might need to consider using, all because I'm not in the lead. I really do need some additional time right here if I do want to try to catch back up for the win. But anyways, Yoshi's bringing out his magic lamp right now so he can help himself out to another star. So that is going to put him up to 3. Oh, the next star is right there. Oh, Yoshi's getting a 5. And it looks like he got just enough right there so he could get 2 stars in 1 turn. I literally could not believe this. Luck is just not going my way right now. But maybe that will change in a little bit. You just never know. Alright, now the next star is going to be over there. Oh boy, him blocker Yoshi. No, he gets a star for that! Are you kidding me? Wow. That is just insane right there. 3 stars in 1 turn for Yoshi. Who would ever thought that would happen? What the heck? Wario gets a star from him block 2. That is insane. Him block stars are just literally happening everywhere. Alright, I have no choice but to bring out my wacky watch here. I really need some additional turns, like I said, if I want to have any chance to win. Alright, 3, yep. Well, it's currently the last turn right now, even though we are getting some additional turns. So we're not going to have another minigame here. And Waluigi lands on a happening space, so he's going to the other side of the board. Alright, it's on to a 1 versus 3 minigame. Spotlight swim again. Alright. And like how it was the first time, I am the sole player. Alright, let's hope we can do better on here this time. Okay, there we go. This time we will get the win right there on that mini game. Alright, now since I just brought out the Wacky Watch, we're back to the last 5 turns. Let's check out the standings right now. So, Yoshi's in first, then Waluigi's in second, Wario's in third, and I'm in last. Oh, this time the Millennium Star picks me to win. But that's at least helpful.